Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're back. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch tonight's episode of Banshee, it was called Ways to Bury a Man. Stop listening now, major spoilers. Let's talk about it, man, right now, man. One of my favorite episodes of Banshee. Tonight it was because of the music, because of the variety of the episode. It was because of the ending music of the episode, and just how the creators of Banshee, the director of Banshee, and Cinemax continue to give us a great story every single week. And tonight's episode was just amazing, man. First off, let me just go ahead and say this, man. I'm not going to talk in order of the events that happened because I don't want to really spoil it, man. I want you to go back and watch it and see it for yourself. Let's talk about it, man. First off, man, the Hopewell family had a reunion. Unfortunately, it was because of some very, very sad circumstances, man, that had to do with Max. I won't spoil that, but I will say that the scene between Deva, Carrie, and Gordon was very much appreciated, and it was just a really emotional scene to where fans of the show are very thankful. I know I am. I am very, very thankful because it was needed, man. It was a much needed episode to kind of show that there's still hope for Carrie and Gordon getting back together, maybe. Even though, obviously, we really don't want that because we want Lucas Hood and Carrie or Lucas Hood and Anna to get back together, but we don't really know if that's ever going to happen or not. And it makes you feel bad because you want to kind of side with Gordon because he's going through so much stuff right now. But, hey, that's all good. At least tonight there was like this glimmer of hope. And I think that will assist in helping Deva get a grasp on her life that was kind of like going on this downward spiral, man, of drugs and alcohol and just being a rebellious teen with some serious issues. I hope that what happened to Max tonight doesn't end in tragedy. That's what I have to say about that. Well, the events that happened tonight in regards to Max led to Carrie and Job. Yes, I said that. Carrie and Job setting up a future little hint. It was a little hint at a future episode or a future Banshee Origins episode, something like that, to where Carrie and Job will be going on a heist or a job or whatever you want to call it together. Yes, just them, Carrie and Job. I cannot wait for this one. I'm telling you, it was just, I love it. I love it. I love it. And the reason why is because the cost of surgery, the cost of medical expenses is what's going to lead Carrie to go back out there with Job and do a mission, man, because they no longer want to play around with going after milk money. They need to go after the big bucks. Yeah, I'm so excited. First off, let's talk about this real quick. This is something that I think just everybody loves, man. Let's talk about Sugar Bates and Job, man. It was like the perfect writing tonight because I sat there and just died laughing. I couldn't even really live tweet as much as I wanted to tonight because I'm sitting there laughing too much, man. And that's a good thing because usually Banshee is like really sad, man. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's kind of very emotional, man. You sit there and you're trying to, smile, but most of the time you're like in tears and you're just frustrated or you're angry or you're happy. It's just an emotional train wreck of a show, and that's why you love it, and that's why you continue tuning in. But with Sugar Bates, man, and Job, man, they gave this like comedic relief, man, that was much needed and really appreciated, man. And it was just like these one-liner little jabs, man. And they even got a shout out, man, and a name drop to Looney Tunes, Roadrunner, and back in the day where you used to have the stick of dynamite in that long trail that you can just light and then walk away and everything's gonna go off. According to plan. Well, tonight, what ends up happening is that Job uses his explosive skills, man, to detonate a factory of Kai Proctor. And the reason why this came about is Lucas Hood finds out that Jason Hood, who's really not his son, obviously, was killed. And they're blaming it, obviously, on Kai Proctor because everything leads to Kai Proctor. Everything in the town happens because of Kai Proctor. Well, Kai Proctor won't admit to the crime. So there has to be another way to take to get something on Kai Proctor. There has to be another way to get him to be punished by the law, and the best way to do it is take him to take down his illegal operations, man. And that's what happens tonight, man. I mean, I'm talking about amazing fashion that they did this in, man. I've never seen explosions this big. Or when we're talking about a TV show. Usually in movies, man, you know what I'm saying? Like Mission Impossible, Need for Speed, stuff like that, But tonight it was huge, man. You remember those explosions off of Man of Steel? Like that explosion where General Zod kicks the LexCorp tanker, oil tanker or gas truck, and then it blows up. And you remember how beautiful that explosion was? Well, tonight that's what happened on Banshee. Like, that explosion was huge, man. And yes, I'm pretty sure you guessed it. Yeah, there was some slow motion in there, baby. There was some slow motion. Yeah, and when you slow-mo some explosives scenes, man, and you see those explosions, man, and people walking away slow motion, you know you got a treat right there. Absolutely, I loved it, man. It was absolutely perfect, man. Let's talk about Gordon Hopewell and Lucas Hood. This has been coming for a very, very long time, man. Let's just be real. Ever since season 1, when Lucas Hood went to the family, I don't know if you want to call it barbecue, but they were barbecuing. There was beer. He sat down with Carrie and Gordon and the family, and they ate a meal together in their backyard, if you will. And there was always tension. Well, season 2, we're here now. We're almost towards the end. We finally get that tension resolved between Gordon and Lucas Hood. But I mean, I don't think there's a resolution to that ever. But they finally get to duke it out. I won't spoil it, but it happened in the VIP section of a strip club. Yeah, there you go. Let me kind of go into that a little bit. Deva, when she finds Max in this situation, she calls Gordon. She's trying to get help. Gordon doesn't answer because he's in the VIP. Yeah, he's in the VIP making it rain. Okay. And what ends up happening, man, when the Banshee police department start kicking in the doors of Kai Proctor's illegal organizations, the strip club being one. There's gambling. There's thousands and billions of different things that you can go into, but these little bitty organizations are getting busted now by the Banshee Police Department, and I loved it, man. They kicked in that door in that strip club, and they found Gordon in the VIP, and then after that, Gordon versus Lucas Hood. Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about Deputy Yonders, man. Deputy Yonders and Deputy Brock. Yeah, they finally get some really much-needed screen time, man. And this way, tonight, it just kind of put it like, whoa, man. I mean, you knew that, Yonders had some skills, and you knew Brock was old school, you know what I'm saying? But tonight, man, they laid the smack down on these dudes, man. I'm talking about, I couldn't believe, what I was seeing, because, usually, man, Deputy Yonders, man, he's really, he's calm, and the last thing he'll do is fight. Usually, he's going to talk you out of it, which is awesome, man, because, of all the stuff that he's been through inside of Banshee, living in Banshee and all that stuff, man. And he says, the only time that I put my hands on anybody is when I feel threatened. And he said, right now, I don't feel threatened. Well, this skinhead dude, man, threatens him in a way, does something in a way that Brock deems as worthy of a threatening act, and says, yo, here it comes. And I'm talking about these scenes tonight, man. They punched so hard, man. It was ridiculous, man. It looked like they were actually hitting, man. When Gordon and Lucas Hood fight, man, Lucas punches Gordon in the stomach so hard, man, that, seriously, I cringed, man. I was like, oh my gosh, man. That was real. And the same thing, man, with Deputy Yonders, man, and the skinhead dude named Sharp. It was ridiculous. Well, it wasn't the dude named Sharp. It was one of Sharp's men. And he hits this dude, man, with this side punch. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was it looked like it hurt, man. Seriously, I don't know if they probably did that at least 2 or 3 times, but man, I wouldn't have been on the set for that, man, because that dude is huge, man. Yonders is huge, man. Yeah, man, Demetrius Grosse, man, gosh, man, he's like, I don't know, 6'90", 280 something pounds, man, of just muscle. It's ridiculous, man. Wow, yeah. Going back into it, man. Rebecca and Kai Proctor, man. There's something going on there. Something going on there, man. We know that, last week's episode with Kai Proctor proved his quote-unquote love. I don't want to go into it any more than that, but he proved his love for Rebecca, or his devotion to Rebecca, okay? I don't want to talk about that anymore, all right? But he kills Jason Hood. Well, tonight's episode, it starts off, man, with them showing you and I don't want to spoil this one, but they show you what happens to Jason Hood when Kai Proctor finishes the job. And I'm telling you right now, man, do not eat during this scene. Don't eat anything. Don't drink anything. Don't do anything. Okay? That's all I want to talk about that, all right? And then we want to go into Rebecca real quick. Rebecca is going through something, man, psychological, emotional, almost committing suicide, almost, wanting to kill the image of herself, man. She holds this gun into the mirror of herself and wants to kill herself because it seems like she can't find happiness being with, or being in bed, or being, I don't know, how do you want to describe it, man? Being in this, it's almost like a deal with Rebecca and Kai, but then again, it's like this, I don't even want to talk about this. It's almost like a love between them, but they're family. And it's just confusing, man. Oh my gosh, dude, I was so disgusting. All right, forgive me. She puts the weapon up to the mirror, man, and I think it has to do with, with her, with all these demons, man. This is not the first person that Kai Proctor has killed, man, because of this love, this incest with Rebecca, man, and eventually it has to be solved, man. But right now, she can't really reach out for help because, and even going towards Lucas Hood, she can't reach out for help because she knows that if I do, death is going to follow, So that's where we're at right now with them. There's a stripper inside of Banshee that has some secrets for Kai Proctor, and that's going to lead to some interesting stuff. I don't want to talk about that because that's coming next week. But just keep an eye out for that. I think that's pretty much it, man, for tonight. I think that's pretty much it. Next week's episode looks amazing. Make sure you tune in to Banshee every single Friday. It's Banshee Fridays. It's the best day of the week, okay? End your hard-working work week. End it on a positive note, man. Save some money. Go ahead and get Cinemax. Subscribe. It's too easy, guys. Listen, this is the best money that you'll ever spend. Banshee Fridays, man. We're out of here, man. Banshees for life. Seriously, love this show, man. And let me know what you thought about the episode. If you did watch it, I hope I didn't spoil too much. And hopefully, I'll continue this up, man, every single Friday if I get some time. Right here.